everyone. My name is Sonia Winter, and I am the CEO of the Cleveland Museum of Natural History, and we're so thrilled to host the event this year here. And I am the 10th director, and we're going to be celebrating 100 years at the museum. So I want a show of hands for those who this is your first time here at the museum. Don't be shy. Okay, we want to welcome you especially to the museum. This is a very special place. I think the best thing about the museum is that the children show the adults around this museum. So we're very excited to hold this event for Mayor Jackson's Neighborhood Transformation Initiative, which is called NTI, and the Retail Incubator, and to hear the final pitches for those of you who have worked so hard on this initiative. So what in the world does a natural history museum have to do with a pitch off for retail space? So we think that we are the forum for how to grow smart people here in Cleveland. Smart people who care about the natural world, and smart people who are citizens and vote. And our museum creates a very scientifically literate community and workforce. So we continue to attract new and young talent to the city of Cleveland and young professionals because they see Cleveland as a city full of opportunities and potential. And it's such a great place to raise a family. So much of the thanks for this is the leadership of our public servants, and in particular, Mayor Jackson. As many of you know, Mayor Jackson is serving in his historic 4th term, which makes him Cleveland's longest-serving mayor. I'm very proud to say that he's a graduate of the Cleveland Public Schools, and we work with them so often, and as well as Cleveland Marshall, and I'm also a graduate of Cleveland Marshall. So I think that for Mayor Jackson, he's really tried to lead and instill a quality of life in the city of Cleveland for all of us, and particularly, you know, the Famicos Foundation, our great partners, and the Glenville neighborhood. So we're really very pleased and proud to be a host tonight in partnership with the Famicos Foundation. So now I'd like to introduce Mayor Jackson and our proud mayor of the city of Cleveland.
Good evening. You know, before I get started, I know Councilman Conwell is here. Councilman, where are you? Councilman Conwell. You know, the councilman represents the area in which we initiated this initiative, the Glenville at 105 in Ashbury. He lives in the community and he represents the community. So a lot of what we do needs legislative support by council, and he is the one who helps spearheads us through council as we pass legislation that allows us to do different things. But I want to welcome everyone to the final selection of entrepreneurs who will participate in the Neighborhood Transformation Initiative Incubator. And the sad thing about it is that there's a competition where somebody will be left out, but in meeting all of the vendors, all of the entrepreneurs, I will tell you that I was greatly impressed by what they do and by their commitment and dedication to what they do. Now, the incubator is just a small part of an overall effort to rebuild a distressed neighborhood and to rebuild the economy of that neighborhood so that we can create wealth and do that by providing support to entrepreneurs who will provide goods and services to that neighborhood. It's in total, the entire initiative is a $65 million initiative, $25 million from the city and $40 million from our private partners who are mainly lenders. And they are very important because over the years we have invested, since I've been mayor, hundreds of millions of dollars in neighborhoods in various forms, whether it's in roads and bridges or public facilities and all types of public investments. But it did not leverage the private investment that we needed in order to really revitalize that neighborhood. Other neighborhoods in the city of Cleveland that are trending, if you invest $1 in those neighborhoods, you will leverage, if you invest $1 of public money, you will leverage dollars from the private sector. The same thing with the downtown business district. But in some areas of the city of Cleveland, it really doesn't matter how much public investment you make. It is very difficult to get the private sector to invest simply because of the risk associated with that investment in those neighborhoods. So this is a real true partnership between the public and private sector to go into distressed areas of the city of Cleveland and rebuild those areas and do it in such a way that they can sustain themselves and not need perpetual subsidies in order to have the quality of life and the wealth that is needed to have a real sustainable neighborhood. Now, the Neighborhood Transformation Initiative Retail Incubator Program was developed to reduce the barriers that entrepreneurs have and what they face when they try to do startups or existing businesses, and they just can't get over that hump from here to there. And tonight, there will be, the entrepreneurs will compete, and they will compete in a way that really will demonstrate the talent that we have out there and ability for us to provide opportunity for people, and at the same time in providing an opportunity to work towards the building of wealth in our community and the delivery of goods and services to the people of our community. The people who will be competing tonight were selected out of 185 entrepreneurs. So it was a large group, and they made the final cut. I want to... So at this time, I want to introduce Mr. Stephen Holmes, who's Vice President of Cleveland Citywide Development Corporation, who will discuss the Retail Incubator Program in greater detail. But again, I want to say to all those who, entrepreneurs who are competing, that you are very impressive in terms of your commitment, in terms of your passion, and that no matter what happens tonight, you will succeed. And I will guarantee you that there will be a place for you in Cleveland, and there will be a place in Cleveland because Mr. Holmes and myself will make sure that that happens. Thank you very much.
Well, good evening. How's everyone this evening? Well, you got to look more excited than that now. So, but really, I'm excited. All of us that have been involved on this journey are excited, as well as very proud of the contestants tonight. One of the things, the mayor is, we know he's brief, but he's also very humble. This process began several years ago, and it was really a vision that he had, and you heard some of it, on how do we really revive our neighborhoods, those neighborhoods that have been disinvested in for decades. How do we do it? How do we create wealth? How do we create sustainable wealth? It was really the brainchild of the mayor, a lot of his chiefs that are here tonight, and I'm just proud to be a part of it. Sometimes when the mayor's not here, I get introduced as the chair of the Cleveland Citywide Development Corp, CCDC, but when he is here, I'm the vice chair because he's actually the chair. But my day job is that of Senior Vice President of First National Bank. We are very proud members of this community, and we're very proud to be able to assist in this great initiative. The mayor's already gave you some numbers. I'm just going to give you a few more in terms of how this journey started. He's talked about 185 people that actually applied over a year ago. They went through a vetting process down to 20. 18 actually participated in a meet and greet. I'm still trying to fit into my suit from many of the delicacies that were prepared that evening. And on January 31st of that meet and greet, those 18 came down to the 9 that you'll see tonight. The tough part's going to be that 3 of these folks will not be able to move into the rendition of what you see here on the screen. But as the mayor has said, we have thought through that. We want you to rest assured, even though you didn't make this one, we will have a place for you within the city of Cleveland shortly. That will be promised. We will see to it. When I looked at the finalists, and again, because sometimes when you're so close to the forest, you don't see the trees, or you see trees, you don't see the forest. You know what I'm saying. When I looked at the finalists, and I want to really call them out: Ms. Hampton, Ms. Ross, Ms. Williams, Ms. Harmon, Ms. Swanson, Ms. Johnson, Ms. Sharpley, Ms. Vaughn, Ms. Livingston. We only got one brother. And that's Antonio Stewart, so good luck. But it's also one of pride. These were the best of the best. Truly, all 185 were worthy. It was a very difficult task of getting to where we are tonight, and you'll see why as you hear their pitches. So not to deliberate, because we're all here to hear what they have to say and present, I want to introduce to you 2 people to come to the stage. Brianna Butler, who is the manager of the Mayor's Neighborhood Transformation Initiative, and Larice Purnell, who's a partner in the Cleveland Consulting Firm. They will MC tonight's event, and so we can move along so you can hear the people that you really came here to hear from, and that is our finalist. Again, thank you. Enjoy yourself. Be very supportive.
So once again, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Aw, try that again. A little bit louder. Be excited. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. So I just want to welcome everyone and thank you for coming out. It really is important to us. Myself as the manager of the Mayor's Neighborhood Transformation Initiative and all of our entrepreneurs here today, they really have put a lot into their presentations, but they have really worked a lot up into this point. You can definitely see the pride that they put into their businesses and the dedication that they have in wanting to locate into this space. So let's give them all a round of applause. I know they're nervous, but they will all do great. So I'm going to turn it over to Larice.
Good evening, everybody. No, we're going to try. We're not going to do this all night now, okay, y'all? It's like a bad church service. Come on. Good evening, everybody. That's much better, much better. So we're here for a great event. So definitely need the crowd's energy today. But again, my name is Larice Purnell. I am the managing partner of CLE Consulting Firm, and just glad to be here and just, thank the mayor for this opportunity, for this great project. But we're going to jump right in. Y'all ready to jump in? Yes. Okay, y'all here for a certain reason. So in purpose tonight. So I need everybody, first of all, to all you sitting in the back, don't be afraid. We don't bite, so you can come on in. We're all family in the building tonight, right? Wow. Just only 3 of us, okay? Only 3 of us. I need all you to pull out your phones. Act like you at a concert. Only 2 of you? Okay, everybody pull your phones out. Okay, y'all moving real slow like y'all don't have a phone. I saw y'all in the hall texting, So now turn your lights on. No, I'm just joking. We're not at a concert. So no, but tonight I want to make sure that a lot of people didn't have the opportunity to be here tonight. A lot of people are running their businesses or they're out doing other things in the community. I want to make sure that people have the ability to join in with us. So I want you to go live tonight and let's show the community what's taking place, because I don't think you guys understand what's really taking place here in the room tonight. So for all your family members, you know, friends, co-workers, people who actually work in these businesses that couldn't make it here tonight, let them be able to see this as well tonight. So the hashtag tonight is CLE Mirrors NTI. Y'all heard that? CLE Mirrors NTI. So I want you guys, as soon as the first business owner comes up here, I want everybody to go live. How many people want to go live with me? Okay, I got 7 of y'all in the room. So if I can get 20, we'll be doing much better. So, hey, put those phones out, get on Facebook, tag the city of Cleveland, get on Twitter, Instagram, but let's go live and show the community what's taking place in this room tonight, okay? Okay, that was bad, but okay.
All right, so I just want everybody to know we're going to start the pitches. Each entrepreneur will have 5 minutes to pitch. Patty is going to give you signals on when you're getting close to the end. We will have Q&A from the judges. The Q&A is going to be 3 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next entrepreneur. Really quickly, I want to introduce the judges. We have Stefan Holmes. We have Chris Shefton from Famicos Foundation. We have Jasmine Dixon from ECDI. Lamont Mackley from Jumpstart. We have Natoya Walker-Minor from the City of Cleveland. Melissa Burrows from the City of Cleveland. And David Eversole from the City of Cleveland. All right.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump right in. So our first contestant is Rakia Hampton. If you would join us, Rakia Hampton. So just give you a little information about Rakia Hampton. She is the owner and founder of Here in the Blog. She holds a cosmetology license with 10 years of salon experience. She, at this on-site, she will hold educational classes and hopes to grow as a professional and operate in her own space before opening a salon loft style of space. She's a beauty blogger and hair salon actual worker. So go ahead, come on up. Come on up, give her a hand, y'all. Come on, I need some more energy tonight, y'all. Come on.
Can I use this one? Good evening, everyone. Larice, he did a slight introduction. However, my name is Rakia Hampton. I am a Cleveland native. I am 28 years old. I started doing hair at the age of 17. I did my training in high school. I attended Euclid High School, and my vocational program was done at Brush High School, where I did, I'm a little nervous, everyone, sorry. Where I obtained my hair license a month before I had my high school diploma. I started in the hair salon in 2008, and I've been in the salon ever since. I had the privilege of working in a premier salon. I still work in a premier salon. I've been there for 10 years. I have the privilege of working under the tutelage of some of Cleveland's premier stylists. My motivation, my studio will be called HB Salon and Studio. This will be my first salon home. Now I'll figure out how to work this thing. I am the site owner of Here in the Blog. Here in the Blog is an online platform for the beauty industry and consumers to connect worldwide. I'm also the founder of the Here in the Blog. I'm also the founder of the Industry Award Show, which recognizes beauty professionals around the city of Cleveland. My motivation is I've been having a passion for doing hair since I was a child. My mom's friends, I've grew up with people close to me who always did hair and nails and makeup, so it just came as a second nature to just want to do it, and I always grew a passion for it. My customers, they're also my passion because they let me know that standing behind the chair is more than a job. I'm standing behind the chair and I do their hair, but I find myself being their therapist, their psychiatrist. They call me in the middle of the night when they're going through a breakup or a loss of a family member, and at that point I realize how serious my job really is to the people in the community. And also, my motivation is the endless opportunities that the beauty industry holds. Although we are stylists or barbers and makeup artists, we are so much more than that. Yeah, and the opportunities are never ending. As you see, I'm standing here right now. What my company does, HB Salon will be an interactive premier styling studio. Currently, like I said, I'm already working at a salon which is called Bang Salon in Lyndhurst, Ohio. I've been there of 9 out of the 10 years that I've been working. I am a very versatile stylist. My clientele ranges of all different ages. I service all different type of clientele. I do short cuts, natural hair, hair weaves. I sell extensions. I also do short haircuts, etc. And here you see I have pictures showing of a little work that I do. My value proposition, my client base is adolescent girls, teen girls, college students, working and older women. My services are beneficial. I service the everyday lifestyle client, the client that may be going to work, the client that may be going to a funeral, the client that may be going to a special occasion or event. My clients may be sitting in this room right now. My clients are everyday people. Although I do provide hair weaves and extensions, and although they are in high demand, they're not always affordable. And with me having a large service menu, I give my clients the opportunity to be able to choose what they want. My service list allows them to pick a service based on their budget. And my services also, I give them options, and they're not just put inside of a box by selecting hair weaves and extensions, and I find that to be my competitive advantage. Because a lot of stylists these days, that's what they specialize in, and there's nothing wrong with that, but especially in this targeted area, it may not be the best thing for them, so they can come in and get their hair shampooed and treated, and etc. Reaching the market, I'll go back and find that page. How I plan to reach the market: word of mouth, business cards and flyers, social media, my social media channels. I have Instagram and also Facebook. Create awareness through events where I plan to bring the beauty industry back into the community and do more community outreach and collaborate with those and do events and small functions for the inner city children, women of the inner city who are maybe less fortunate and need further assistance, and as well as my online platform, which is hairintheblog.com. I also plan to, I can go back really quick. I also plan to go to the surrounding businesses, college campuses, and any familiar business in the area, and even unfamiliar business, and do targeted business promotions that's catered specifically to that audience. So it may be some, I know that they're surrounding hospitals and schools and different things like that, so I'll do promotions catered specifically to that audience. My cost structure to have this salon loft, I will need two styling chairs, dryer chairs, a waiting area seating, iPads and POS systems to be able to check out my clients, storage areas and styling stations, TVs so I can have a relaxing environment, dryer hoods and chairs. Like I said, I do provide hair, so I would like to have a hair inventory and miscellaneous materials as far as decor and small things like that.
So we're going to go ahead and give Ricky another hand.
Oh. Was that 5 minutes? Yeah. Oh, that went fast.
So we're going to have the judges, if they have any questions from the judges.
So you mentioned that you are going to be able to provide like a sliding scale pricing for your customers, and I think that's great. But I wanted you to go in a little bit more detail about what that would look like.
Well, my services already range. However, with it coming into this particular market, I do know that on one end we have the inner city of Cleveland. On the other side, we have Case Western Reserve, where there's doctors and students and different things like that. So I would have, like I said, promotions cater to those particular markets. As far as it may be Tuesday, may be targeted to college students and maybe school-age students to come in and get a wash and style. I may have a day that's specifically catered to the doctors at the universities and surrounding areas. And along with my service menu, they'll have options. It won't just be weaves, but they'll have options that's on the service menu that they can pick and select that's based according to their budget.
Thank you. Good evening. What distinguishes your salon that would make it attractive for people to select it? What sets it apart?
To answer that question, I believe that I'm fresh, I'm innovative I have a leverage from the platform that I'm using already, which is here in the blog, which gains me access to already connect and collaborate with a lot of different stylists and barbers and makeup artists in the city, which allows me to have a bigger impact within the community. No matter what community you're in, you find that people in the beauty industry, we're very important no matter what community that we're in. We serve a very large purpose. So with me having an interactive studio, along with me being able to provide services for my clientele, it also will be an interactive resource center where my peers in the industry will also be able to come and gain resources and collaborate with the neighborhood as well.
Great. Thanks for going first.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, because that's hard.
Talk about your future goals.
Oh, yes, that's what I would love to talk about. Here in the HB Salon and Studio, HB actually comes from here in the blog, which is my platform, but HB Salon and Studio, 3 years from now, maybe even sooner, but 3 years from now, I would like to be operating out of my own facility. I would like it to be a full-service, interactive loft style. So in my vision, I would like to have lofts because the beauty industry is taking a turn. So a lot of people are leaving out of the salon environment and entering into loft style environments. So I would like to have a facility that has a loft style environment but gives them the same feel of being in a salon environment where there's classrooms where they can come back and congregate and have continued education, a socially integrated studio for rental where they can rent it out for personal usage, industry related as well, socially integrated with everybody, taking place with YouTube and podcasts and different things like that. My socially integrated studio would allow them to also have that because people may want to be socially integrated and do things and take things next level, but they may not always have the resources to provide that for themselves. And they will also have a co-working space where they can come and sit down and maybe sit next to and have a conversation with a fellow peer and come up with different ways to collaborate and meet and plan different projects within our own facility. So there's a lot of co-working spaces that I see around the city, especially out of state, and I see they're coming a lot more to Cleveland, but I would like my loft style facility to operate as a co-working space because we do not have one that's targeted solely to the beauty industry. And the beauty industry, we can do a lot more when we come together. Thank you.
All right, we will move on with the presentations. I just want to remind the entrepreneurs that you have 5 minutes, and there's 3 minutes for Q&A with the judges. All right, so next we have Karen Ross from Cleveland Cold Brew. She manufactures bottles of cold brew coffee and is looking to open a full-service coffee shop.
Thank you so much, and thank you guys for coming out tonight. So I want to start by saying that I'd like to introduce Cleveland Cold Brew Coffee and Cafe, where we're looking to expand upon the ready-to-drink portion of the business and present a full-service coffee cafe to you guys. So my name again is Karen Ross, and what I currently do is I produce ready-to-drink coffee by the bottle. Owning a coffee business has been a dream of mine since forever. I grew up on coffee. I love coffee. And I thought, what better way to start my own business than to get into the coffee business? So I started in 2002 by opening up a booth or retail space similar to this that we're talking about now, this place called Market 25 in Ohio City. And one of the menu items that I had, one of the more popular menu items I had was a mocha toddy, which I used cold brew coffee and added milk and other ingredients to it to make it a special drink. One of the things that happened, unfortunately, is that Market 25 folded after about a year, but I vowed that somehow I was going to open up my own space one day. So in the meantime, I ended up working at Starbucks for about 5 years just to learn how to run a successful coffee store. And then as I was researching how to get back into the industry, I kept hearing about cold brewed and ready to drink coffee. And I thought, well, that might be a good idea for me to get into. And then one of the other things that I noticed while researching getting back into the business is that there was a dearth of minorities. We were being underrepresented as owners of coffee shops and manufacturers and end product developers. So what I wanted to do was to be able to take my product, bottle it, and also present myself as a business or as an example of a minority and a female that is on the business end of the coffee industry. So with the incubator space and with all of the access to capital and training that you guys are providing to us, I feel like I actually have a shot at making my dream come true. So thank you for that. So what is our market? Now, while I'll continue to wholesale and sell directly to customers through farmers markets and different events, the incubator is going to give us an opportunity to add a retail revenue as another stream of revenue. So what we're going to do as we're looking at what our target market is with the cafe is we're looking at people who are 18 to 49 years old, millennials who do drive a lot of the ready-to-drink portion of the coffee industry. And then we also identified an opportunity within the African-American market. Our same-day consumption has grown from about 33% in 2017 to 40% last year. So our consumption of gourmet coffees is rising. So this is a great opportunity to present something that people in the neighborhood would actually like to have. So what are the motivators for this market? Convenience is a big factor, local proximity, and then having quality products. And then how we plan to reach the market is through flyer distribution prior to opening the business. And the flyers will have things like coupons and other promotions to entice people to come to the space. We'll be looking at our menu offerings and offering things that appeal to people within the neighborhood that people can afford and that they want to have. We're also going to be doing neighborhood engagement by hiring our employees from the neighborhood. And then also by using our social media platforms, we want to drive traffic to our website. And again, we'll be presenting opportunities either through email marketing or through couponing and promotions to bring people inside the store. Now, in order to get into the incubator and have this retail space, we'll need $44,000 to get started. I am prepared to put about $5,000 of my own money into the equation, so we're looking for about $39,000 from the CCDC. Of the $44,000, about $29,500 will be used for equipment like espresso machines, coffee brewing equipment, and things like that. About $14,000 will be set aside for working capital, which covers our payroll, our rent, advertising, marketing, supplies, and things like that. So that's where the total of the $44,000 is coming from. If by chance we're not able to get the full funding from the CCDC, an alternative would be to take out a microloan from ECDI, which I have done in the past and have successfully paid back. So that could be, yes. So that could be an option as well. Now, as far as our projected sales, looking at our projected sales, we're looking at being about $3,100 that first month. And after taking out our variable and fixed costs, we're looking at, coming in at a loss the first month, but that's pretty realistic for a new business. It takes a while to start to make a profit. But based on these projections, I'm figuring we can grow at about a modest 5% each month for the first 6 months, and then maybe about 10% per month for the months after that. I factored that our break-even point would be about done. Thank you.
I feel like Apollo right now.
Yeah,
They see me coming and get nervous. So we'll hand it over to the judges for a few questions.
Could you tell me a little bit more, I'm right here, could you tell me a little bit more about how you're going to fit into the incubator and what your presence is going to do for the incubator?
Sure. So I didn't get to that slide, but what my goal is to use a coffee shop as a centerpiece of the community. Coffee shops typically tend to be places where people come to gather, so we want to reach out to the community, again, through job creation. We want to hire people to work in the cafe from the community and make it a space where people will feel comfortable. So we're going to reach out to not only the residents of Glenville, but the surrounding areas, the hospital, the college, Case Western, and just make it so that it's a comfortable place and a welcoming place for people to come and be involved in the cafe. And of course, having quality products is going to be the number one factor.
Okay. Thank you.
I kind of have two questions that kind of roll together, but it's really how did you decide on the cold brew? And then really, are there options of coffees hot and cold?
Oh, absolutely. I decided on the cold brew because as I was researching, trying to get back into the industry after my other retail space folded, I found that to be a growth area. And I found that to be an area where I wanted to come in as more of a manufacturer at that time as opposed to just a retail. But now expanding upon that concept and going into retail, the goal is to present hot coffee. So, your regular brewed coffees, your espresso drinks, your smoothies, cappuccinos, and all that kind of stuff, along with pastries and desserts and a small menu of sandwiches and salads and things like that.
I was at a meeting earlier today, and I learned that only 43% of Clevelanders have access to Wi-Fi. So when you state that you want your business to be a centerpiece for the community, will there be free Wi-Fi for residents in the community?
Is there going to be free Wi-Fi in the building? I would imagine that the building will be wired for Wi-Fi. So yes, that would be a perfect opportunity for people to come in, get plugged in, work on your work project and that kind of thing.
And just to clarify, most coffee shops do have Wi-Fi, and that's why I asked specifically.
Yeah, even if it was my own space, I would make sure I had Wi-Fi, and I would make it free. I wouldn't make people sign up or log in or pay to use it. I think that's very important to give people access to Wi-Fi.
What's the average price for your coffee?
The average price, if you're talking about just drip coffee, we'll say the average price is about $2.30 for like a medium cup of coffee. So the prices are pretty competitive with the other chains. I won't mention their names, but we want to make it so that there's like a base of affordability that people can have. If you just want coffee, you don't have to pay $5 to get a cup of coffee. But if you want something more fancy, then our prices will be comparable to other places.
Okay. So give it up for Karen again, everybody. So I just want to make sure that I reiterate that. Patty, raise your hand, Patty. So everybody, all the participants are aware that she'll be holding the signs. So when you see me walking up. But our next contestant, so we can keep it going, is Isela Williams. Give it up for her, everybody, from La Mocha Boutique. And she's an online boutique that encourages women of all shapes, sizes, and ages to embrace and love their bodies. She wants to expand into a storefront, hoping to expand her line into men's and children's. So let's give it up one more time for Isela.
Thank you for that introduction. Of all days to get hoarse, right? I am Isela Williams. I am the owner of La Mocha Boutique. You guys just bear with me. I'm gonna talk as loud as I can. All right. So, what type of woman are you? Let's say you're a young girl in high school, maybe a little older now, transitioning into college. Maybe you're a grown woman, you know, like to have mimosas with your girlfriends on Saturdays and go shopping with your besties on Sundays. Maybe you're none of those women. Maybe you're a single mom who has to hurry home, help your kids with homework, and prepare dinner for your husband and family. Whatever amazing type of woman you are, the Mocha Boutique has something even more amazing in store for you. 2 years ago, prior to starting this company, I was a flight attendant for United, flying all over the world, making about $30 an hour, the ideal dream job, and I wasn't happy. And it was because it wasn't my dream, which is to not only help women feel beautiful, but to exude that confidence when they're in my clothing. So I quit my job. I thought I lost my mind, y'all. My family thought I was crazy, but I quit my job, and La Mocha Boutique was born, and I can honestly tell you that it was the best decision I ever made. Now, I did a little research on the area, and according to the United States Census Bureau, there's about 26,000 people that stay in this area alone, of which 52% are made up of women. Now, of that 26,000, nearly 50% are made up of young adults and college students between the ages of 18 and 39 years old that make an average of $25,000 a year. Now, that pairs perfectly with my demographics because, for starters, my customer age range is about 17 to 40 years old. The price point, or the average item in my store, costs about $30, with the price range of $5 to $150 to accommodate everyone's budget. And in this competition alone, most of the competitors are food. So if you add a boutique, not only will you be adding something that is currently not available in the Glenville area, but adding a boutique with food vendors will create a mini mall experience, which I think the Incubator is trying to do. The numbers don't lie. Since existence, I've had about 1.2 million people visit my website and 50 to 100 people when I do in-person events. Now let's get to the numbers, because I can see the people on the front row like how much it's going to cost. So I'm glad you asked. My first year I only made about $5,000, and I spent $3,000. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but that is a 39% profit margin. My second year, I had a 53% profit. And 6 months into my third year, I'm already at a 57% profit with a projected income of nearly $12,000. Now, my costs are high, but I'm breaking it down now. They're related to, for starters, merchandise. Obviously, I have to buy clothes and accessories for the store, but the main costs are associated with advertising. Currently, I'm partnered with Google AdWords. I have brand ambassadors all over the United States. I do in-person events both in the state and outside of the state. Pretty much everything that I can do to spread the word about La Mocha Boutique, and that's not free. And I also have to pay for equipment, mannequins, racks, packaging, because I have a website currently. And I have 4 employees on staff, as well as website maintenance. There are monthly costs related to that, just to make sure that that runs properly. So I believe that the capital funding I'll need to get started is about $15,000, of which I'm able to provide 30 to 35%, which will leave me with needing about $10,000 to get La Mocha up and running, because I pretty much have everything I need. I just need a building I can sell out of a closet, to be honest with you. So I'm ready to go, y'all. During the incubator, if I am blessed to be chosen, one of the things I want to start is a nonprofit initiative that I've been working on called LEAP. It stands for La Mocha Extending Assistance to the People. It's a program that I want to do to help women who may be struggling. We want to give them makeovers to help them find employment. And then we also want to help young entrepreneurs who may be interested in the business, who just don't know where to start. We're also going to extend our streams of revenue. We're going to add a children's line. We're going to add footwear. We're going to add makeup services and also wardrobe styling. And I also want to add a pickup option, similar to what Amazon and Walmart has, which is taking over the game right now. People want to pay online and have their product the same day. And that's exactly what we plan to do if we are blessed to have this space. It's going to move forward, but I know it by heart. So if After the incubator, if I'm chosen, I want to open up a Cleveland-based production company where we can create and manufacture our own clothing and then sell them with Clevelanders working here, based in Cleveland. You don't have to go to California. It can be done here. Of course, I want to expand on my nonprofit program. And then lastly, I want to turn La Mocha Boutique into a national franchise. Thank you so much for your time. Patty, I tried.
Thank you. We're going to open it up to the judges for questions.
That's okay. Y'all don't got to ask me nothing.
You think of a question?
That's what I like. That's what we like. All right.
Thank you. All right. Next, we have Tia Harmon from Good Enough to Eat. She will specialize in healthy sandwiches, soups, and sandwiches, or salads, and she will use fresh ingredients, helping to bring healthy food to the city of Cleveland. Tia?
How's everyone doing tonight? I'm Tia, owner of Good Enough to Eat soup, salads, and sandwiches. For as long as I can remember, I had a passion for cooking, and has always been my dream to own my own restaurant. From an early age, I knew I wanted to pursue a career in culinary arts, so after high school, I attended Pennsylvania Culinary and obtained my culinary arts degree. And after graduation, I jumped right into the restaurant field and have been working in food service ever since. Until one day, I realized that I spent the vast majority of my career working hard for someone else's dream, when I know I can work twice as hard to make mine come true. So in 2013, I decided to start catering part-time from home for small events for family and friends. I would deliver meals to beauty salons and other places of businesses. I was having fun, and I was making a little money, and voila, Good Enough to Eat was born. At Good Enough to Eat, our motto of soup, salads, and sandwiches served with a smile is self-explanatory. With the emphasis on excellent customer service, we want to develop a personal assistance relationship with our customers. We want them to have fun, we want them to enjoy themselves and feel welcome while dining with us. And with the use of local farmers markets such as Riddle Farms and the Gateway Farmers Markets, we are able to provide fresh quality ingredients at affordable prices. Now, last year working part-time from home, we did about $4,500 in sales. And if selected for the incubator, my plans is to make these figures a monthly goal. And to achieve that goal, 1, I will make a full-time commitment to Good Enough to Eat, and 2, establishing a physical location. A physical location will actually bring customers to the food, as opposed to catering where I set certain amount of items and certain things for certain people. And actually, customers, they can come back on more than one occasion. They can try a new items, which in turn means more business and more traffic for myself and others in the incubator as well. Also, online and call-ahead ordering will be available for those on the go who don't have time to wait in line, and we also plan to use other automated call-in services such as Uber Eats and DoorDash to deliver our products to homes and businesses. Wait, on this one? Oh. Well, Good Enough to Eat will be good for the incubator because soup, salads, and sandwiches are foods everyone can relate to, and they can be enjoyed year-round. And we want to provide the neighbors of Glenville with lighter, fresher, healthier options. And with 40% of the Glenville residents with hypertension and 12% with diabetes, lighter, fresher options that taste great are always a bonus. And of course, we won't use any pork or deep fried foods. Not saying that anything is wrong with that, because I myself indulge in those, but I think it would be good to provide them with the healthier options and different food choices, and also explain their palates, because growing up in Cleveland, there weren't many local restaurants that actually provided soup, salads, and sandwiches. And I think that'd be good to have different food choices. Now, startup cost includes $11,600 for the equipment, which is like the gist of everything. Installation is about $2,500, decor $6,000, and I myself have about $2,000 in available equity. And finally, I just want to thank you for this opportunity, because when I heard this ad, I was on my way to my job that I love so much, and I heard the ad on the radio, and I feel like this was a sign for me to fulfill my dream. So I submitted my entry, and here I am standing in front of you guys. And I just want to thank the City of Cleveland, ECDI, Jumpstart, Urban League, CLE, for this great opportunity. I've learned so much, and I really hope to get the chance to fulfill my dreams. Thank you.
Judges?
So I'll start it off. Thank you for your presentation. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
You did say you're interested in healthier options,
Yes.
et cetera. What are you going to do as far as community outreach and involvement to really engage the community in taking advantage of your option?
Well, I would like to set up a stand where I can provide samples so they can come and actually taste the good fresh ingredients and by expelling their palates, and then they can just even though it was not quote unquote healthy, we still use some fatty items, but I do want to give them the opportunity to taste so they can actually come to the facility.
Thank you. Other judges?
Hi, I'm interested in what your price point, what your menu items primarily will consist of, and the price point for the community.
Well, I do offer combinations. The average whole sandwich is about $8.79. That's my that good chicken sandwich. But they are available in whole and half sizes. You are able to get combination where you can pick a variety of a half a sandwich or salad for a special price. I do have daily specials and combinations as well, and surprisingly Saturdays and Sundays where I just incorporate new items every Saturday and Sunday to the menu. No one else?
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Let's give it up for her again. Thank you. Good job. Okay, let's keep the program moving. If I can have Mary Johnson. Mary Johnson from Vitamin Candy is a 12-year certified personal trainer, works as a motivational speaker, wishes to educate local residents on how to live a healthier lifestyle. So give it up for her one more time. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, you guys. I'm Mary Johnson, owner of Vitamin Candy, LLC. And I am here today so I can share a little bit about my story and our mission. And our mission is to provide the positive transformation to the hopeful spirit seeking a lifestyle change. I started my journey back in 2009, where I lost over 120 pounds. So you can hear me, but I lost over 125 pounds using a vigorous exercise program and a VK meal program and supplements. I held many jobs over the years, but my last and final job included me being the first leading rock mechanics engineer. And in 2016, I took my personal savings and I opened up my first small business located in University Heights, which is called VK Fitness Studio. And today, I service 12 clients, and collectively, those 12 clients have lost over 300 pounds. Thank you. Because of that encouraged me to write a book about my story and how I got the weight off and kept it off for so many years. And it will be released the spring of 2019. Currently, our key stakeholders are Validity Sports and Enrichment, which is our ESL programming. Homes Financial Consulting Agency, which handles all of our finances. Herb Affair, who's our supplement supplier, and we currently employ one administrative assistant with over 20 years of experience. We would like to future collaborate with the new Incubator tenants, which would be my partners, VA Hospital, Eastside Farmers Market, and Glenville High School with Principal Ms. Jackie Bell, who is a phenomenal principal, and Councilman Coates. He's here. VK business model. Right now, as I stated before, we service 12 training clients, personal training clients at VK Fitness Studio. They pay an average cost of $250 for their personal training services, which allow us 20% net profit in the fitness industry. With the Cold Press Juicing Company, which I'm trying to bring to the Glenville community, our number one seller is at about $4.70. That allows us a net profit margin of 41%. And our vegetarian supplements average cost $6.25, allows us a net profit margin of 58%. How do we get that going? Is well, our distribution channels, as you can see, is VK Fitness Studio, the Vitamin Candy website, and the vending events and workshops that we do, and corporate wellness training programs. Our differentiating factors that sets us aside is, first of all, I have experience with working with equations as an engineer. Obviously, my personal weight loss story, like I said, as you can see before, it makes me relatable to the Glenville neighborhood residents. And our competitive pricing, which makes our product affordable for the local people in the neighborhood, and not to mention that we will be the first urban supplier compared to a GNC that makes our own vegetarian supplements. Our NTI business model will include a grab-and-go healthy products, our cold-pressed juices right there on site, so we'll cold-press them right in front of you so we can assure the freshness, our vegetarian supplements, our superfood smoothies, vegetarian bowls, and our easy VK meal guides. So you can grab that meal plan and teach you how to eat correctly. The distribution channels will include our retail operation, which is the vending events, our fitness products, VK website, and wholesale. Like I said before, what sets us aside is our engineering experience, my engineering experience, my personal weight loss transformation, and also the most important one is me being the first urban supplement supplier compared to GNC. Cost structure. According to the IBIS World Report, we have, the supplement and vitamin industry has made $32.5 billion in 2018. Now, according to that report, by 2024, that will allow an increase of 1.9%, which means that small businesses have a potential growth rate of 3.4%. Our revenue forecast for vitamin candy average profit margin will be close to 50% for each product line. And our projections for the first 6 months of being in the incubator space will be about close to 50K. And by 2020, we can look to make about 125K through using the retail incubator space, book sales, and the partnerships in the community. Our startup costs will be a little over $29,000. We have available equity of 5, and from CCDC we will need a little over 26, and we have outside funding a little over 2,000. Like I said, why vitamin candy? Before we will be the only urban supplier and healthy option within 5-mile radius. And I see it's time for me to go. And you guys can read that on the screen. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. How does your program incorporate exercise? So I know that you said that you have the 12 clients. Do people actually come to your studio and exercise as well, or is it strictly the food, vitamins, cold drinks, etc.?
So currently, VK Fitness Studio does just serve as personal training clients. We would need this incubator space so we can open up vitamin candy and provide those healthier eating options, the cold pressed juices, and the supplements right there on site. So that's what sets us aside, the difference in between that.
Excuse me. I'm just curious to know, because this is something that is very new to the community and people would have to develop a mindset over time to realize that it's a benefit to them, how you plan on engaging everyone in the community to realize that you have something of value.
So currently, VK service Cuyahoga Community College men's basketball team. We work with Cleveland Job Corps, and we service Cleveland Public Schools through our corporate wellness program. And so I would like to bring that same thing to the Glenville community using the Eastside Market Community Wellness Center, even the Fisher House in the VA, to go and offer fitness services, whether it's low impact, high impact, cardio, whatever that may take, and then also provide information on how to make healthy meals in 30 minutes so that we can bring the program together full scale.
I think we're done.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have Angela Sharpley from Pipe and Hot Grill. She specializes in seafood and chicken and was selected for the launch test kitchen at the Q.
Good evening, Mayor Jackson, judges, and guests. When you crave delicious, freshly prepared, sizzling seafood, choose Piping Hot Grill, the seafood place. I am Angela Sharpley. This is my daughter, Stasia Swain. We are Cleveland's mother and daughter entrepreneurial team and owners of award-winning Piping Hot Grill Seafood. In 2010, I decided to walk away from my career as a master stylist and instructor because I wanted to be a good mother. I wanted to be here for my daughter. I decided to follow my dream to become a successful restaurant owner. Using our entire savings of $8,000, we launched Piping Hot Seafood Carryout in a 300-square-foot space in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Within 4 months, we broke even. Month 6, a car crashed through the building. But we kept going. The next year, we were nominated Best New Business, and the year after, we were voted #2 out of 510 businesses for Best Minority-Owned Business by Best of the Heights. With our product and our system proven successful, we are ready for a tenancy at the new Incubator location. Our customer base is 65% men, 20% women, and 15% children. They would bring their parents in because they didn't want to go to McDonald's. They wanted to go to Piping Hot Grill. For an average space of 200 square feet, our startup needs are $40,000 used for inventory, equipment, and initial payroll. We currently qualify for an SBA loan, and we have a current relationship with a small loan with ECDI, which is in superior standing. We require a commercial loan of 90% with owner equity of 10%. Our revenue sources are the carryout, trailer, online ordering, catering, and community events. Our distribution will be carryout with our partnership with the Incubator space. Delivery, wholesale. We plan to get our fish. We're working now with manufacturers in early discussions to get our seafood packaged and in the freezer where people can take them home, put them in the oven, and it's just like it came out. And we're working on a return policy as well. Our marketing will include cable TV, movie theater screens, social media such as Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and our website. Our financial projections are based on our peak hours. With 20 customers coming in 6 hours per day, spending $10, we will yield an estimated $288,000 by the end of year 1 and increasing by a conservative 36% by end of year 2, yielding an estimated $391,680. Our profit margins total our cost of goods sold is 53%. Our gross profit margin is 46%, leaving us a net profit margin of 16%. Our incubator exit strategy is to use our profits to finance our permanent location. We are currently working on a deal with our county land bank for a pre-existing restaurant, and portions of the profits for our permanent location will go to fund a school for a trade center. I'm a master hairstylist as well as a restaurateur. We will train single mothers in skills of culinary arts and hospitality as well as cosmetology. As members of Glenville's NTI Incubator family, we will consistently bring forth a quality product and service, purchase locally as often as possible through our farmers market and other businesses, use all our resources to bring traffic to the incubator because our seafood definitely will. We will create 6 part-time jobs for residents of the Glenville community. We are hoping to partner with a re-entry program, provide charity support for community, commit to training, coaching, and assistance for business growth from our leaders. My first job was at McDonald's on 105. I attended Glenville my 10th grade year. We lived in the historic district for 8 years. We have experience, we have training, we have a winner. Choose Piping Hot Grill, the seafood place. I have graduated I attended culinary school in 2014. It was so much damage done to the building, I decided it was time to take our business to the next level. I graduated the top of my class and maintained a 4.0 at Edwins. I ran McDonald's Corporation. I worked for McDonald's Corporation, ran McDonald's up until last year when they sold the stores. I was hired in as a department manager. I did an internship with Sam Lindsley, who was the COO with Iron Chef Michael Simon. And I cooked and appeared on the Kicking It with Kenny show. Thank you, Choose Pipe and Hot Grill. Thank you.
Good job, good job. Oh, don't leave yet.
Okay.
Okay. Questions, judges?
I know that you specified and spent a lot of time on seafood, but what other options potentially will you have in your restaurant?
We will have turkey products and salads that will support the seafood.
I wanted to hear a little bit more about the community engagement plan. I know you said some things in that regard, but what's the outreach effort that you're going to put forth?
We plan to do a lot of volunteer work during the hours that we are able to be in the different schools, attend the community meetings so that we know what's going on in the neighborhood, so that we know where the needs are. And we want to work closely with single mothers and people who are in the reentry program, who are looking for work. Some of them are already in the restaurant industry.
Good evening. Fantastic presentation. I just have a quick question. You've done so much already. You have so much experience. Why do you feel like the incubator is a great place for you?
We need a space to begin, but we are also an answer for the incubator. The incubator needs restaurant or businesses that will bring money into the incubator. We definitely will. The plaza we were in before, all the businesses did really well. Once we came on board, things changed for a lot of the businesses, and we do bring that as well as experience.
Okay, give it up one more time for Angela Sharpley. Okay, next we have Antonio Stewart. Owner of Premier Barber Lounge. He provides haircut, razor shades, facials, and shampoos. Hopes to fill the gap in the area with barber services. So one more time, give it up for the only male in this competition tonight, Antonio Stewart.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. My name is Antonio Stewart. I am the owner of Premier Barber Lounge, currently located in Cleveland Heights. Oh, I just got stuck by that. All right. But I first discovered my love for barbering at the age of 14. I was cutting hair on 124th and Superior on my mom's porch. And from on my mom's porch, I was servicing most of my friends, to where after I was cutting my friends, I began to get better at cutting hair, and I started cutting the whole community. So over time, I just noticed that it started growing. So from there, I decided to go to barber college. So right after high school, attended barber college, graduated barber college, and ended up working at a local barbershop in the Cleveland Heights area. So from the Cleveland Heights area, I ended up working at a barbershop to where I ended up learning a lot of the ins and outs of the industry and finding out a lot of things that I did like and didn't like while working inside of a barbershop, which led me to open up my own barbershop in 2016. Opened my own barbershop. Sorry about that. Opened up my own barbershop in 2013. And as a sole proprietor, I prided myself on having a barbershop that's clean, peaceful, and having a relaxing atmosphere where clients can come in and enjoy the Wi-Fi and the amenities of the shop, to where you can come in. We have a mini library that we partner with Cleveland Heights Library, where the kids can come in, read books, and it's very resourceful. We get them a billboard to where they can put a lot of resources to where people can come in if they're looking for job placement or if they're looking for things that help with health care or anything that they want to do in the community. We got a mini library set up from partnering with Cleveland Heights Library. But, all right, Premier Barber Lounge, it's a business that allows us to fill the need of clients at a competitive and sustainable cost. Shit, I'm all messed up. Right. I get caught with a loop. Slippery slope, slippery slope, slippery slope. Our business model allows us to fill the needs of clients at a competitive price and at a sustainable cost. Our model is built on great customer service, having a unique and clean atmosphere, and being able to build within the relationships with the businesses surrounding and with the community. Our services include haircuts, styles, hair coloring, and scalp treatment, razor shades with hot razors, hot towels, facials, hair units, eyebrow arches, and razor bump removal. We also sell products that help aid in maintaining your haircut styles and the cleanliness of your scalp. Premier's value proposition is that we bring a unique full-service experience to our clients. We take pride in service we provide. Our market is very competitive right now, so being able to have our price margin at a fair price shows that it sets us apart from everybody else. Our distribution channel is utilized between the barber and the industry. The clients receive their service directly from the barber. Our haircut prices start off at $20 for adults. For kids, 13 and under, $15. And every other service after that is a la carte. The cost structure. Premier is a business of attracting and keeping clients. We ensure that our service offers are priced within the industry standards. So we did our market around the neighborhood over there where the NTI Incubator will be set up, and the price margin that we have our haircut set up is pretty average. I feel like Premier Barber Lounge will have a good place over here in the NTI Incubator. I feel like there's a need for barbering no matter what community you decide to move into. And I feel like the barbershop is a meeting place for any and everybody, whether you are in the corporate field or you're in the white-collar, blue-collar field. And I feel like Premier Barber Lounge will be able to engage with the community by partnering with local football teams, local basketball teams, the libraries, the hospitals, and a lot of the people that are just living in the community. Our ultimate goal is to become part of the NTI Incubator.
Quick question.
Oh, man, I thought
Judges?
Don't be nervous. You did a good job.
Oh,
Tell us a little bit, I'm just interested about how you introduced nails. Will you have a nail shop for females as well, or will it be exclusively for males?
It'll be unisex. It'll be unisex, but we're dealing with no chemicals as far as acrylic or nail. It's clear nail polish. You can come in and just get your nails maintained.
Quick question. Is razor bump removal, is that normal for a barbershop?
Yeah, some barbershops offer it, but a lot of people are grossed out by doing it. You'd be surprised how many people actually come in with these large bumps on their neck and they got hair growing up under there and they want to get it removed real quick.
I think that's something that is absolutely necessary in the Glenville neighborhood because obviously it's a large African-American population. But I just thought that was interesting. I never heard of that before. I'm like, if no one else is doing that, that's really going to set him apart.
Right.
I have just one question. I liked also liked your lineup of services. How many people do you see operating the space? Is it just you, or you're going to have a few more barbers, or what's the vision for the space?
Well, for the space, I plan on being down there and having another barber down there working with me. And the vision I have for the space is to just have a nice, relaxing place where any and everybody in the community can be serviced.
Is there a slide with your anticipated costs and what your requests are?
Yes, it is.
Can you just talk us through that quickly?
Well, the cost that I have up here right now was for if you're starting up the barbershop and it's not a white box. But knowing that we're going into the NTI Incubator and it's going to be a white box, the cost will be cut down a lot. So we won't need any paint because it's going to be a white box, so it's going to have paint. The plumbing is going to be included already, so that's going to knock down prices on plumbing. Flooring, electric, still going to need that. But I'm looking for the NTI to be able to provide at least 90%.
I have one question, too. I'm curious about what you've done to survey 105 in that area for competition. You mentioned the average price, but do you think you'll be able to sustain yourself given the competition in that area, barbershop competition?
Of course. A lot of barbershops don't pride themselves on professionalism and having a clean, safe environment. On the average, most barbers, they care more so of getting money. They want to just come in and get the money, but they don't take pride into the customer and customer service. And we pride ourselves on that.
And just one quick follow-up, are you leaving the Cleveland Heights location and bringing everything there, or are you keeping the Cleveland Heights and this will be another additional location?
Right now, my Cleveland Heights location has 10 barbers, so I currently employ 10 barbers now.
Okay.
And it sustains itself without me being present. So I plan on coming down to the 105 area and bringing another barber with me.
Quick question. Your barbers, are they employed by you or are they independent?
They're independent contractors.
We have 2 more to go. Next, we have Jocelyn Vaughn from Allure Goddess Wigs. She specializes in wig making and caters her product to a wide range of clients. Excuse me.
Hi, everybody. I'm excited I didn't fall up those stairs. All right, so my name is Jocelyn. I'm from Allure Goddess Wigs. And our mission, or is there a way I can use the, Our mission at Allure Goddess Wigs is to transform every woman from queen to goddess. And you might be thinking, from queen to goddess, goddess, queen, aren't they the same? But no, a goddess is on a different level. And you're able to attract beauty into all areas of your life. Not just hair, but you become a boss. And you're a boss at no matter what you do. Who we are, I'm a sole proprietor. I started in 2017 from my home. I started just by doing friends and family's hair in my basement. It wasn't creepy, it was nice, it was clean. And my first year, I made $5,000, and I decided, I'm making a couple dollars, I should make this into a business. I'm also a registered nurse. I became a registered nurse in December of last year. Thank you. I actually, throughout this competition, I took my NCLEX and I passed last week, well, 2 weeks ago. So, thank you. And nursing is my passion. I love nursing because it helps me to heal on a cellular level. It's like putting a puzzle together, trying to figure out what's wrong. But hair, it's like it's this fire in me. It's like I really changed this woman's life. And I feel that when I do my patients, I'm sorry. When I do my clients' hair, I feel like I'm changing their lives just through hair. Our services, we offer custom lace wigs, ready-to-wear wigs. If you don't want to go through the custom process, you just come right in, pick a wig off the mannequin, and be on your way. We this is the installations of the wigs. I have hair care products that go underneath the wigs to help you maintain your natural hair. I'm natural underneath my hair. And I also do installation classes and wig making classes. Our top clientele is entertainment. 40% of my clientele comes from entertainment, whether that be radio personalities, exotic dancers, local female rappers, anything in the entertainment. Our everyday woman is 30% of my customers, transgenders, and alopecia clientele. Essential components to Allure Goddess Wigs. The essential components would be retail. The cost structure it's kind of like small. I don't know how that happened. But the distribution channels would be retail, and that allows me to interact with my clients so they can feel the hair, touch the hair, maybe try the hair on. The internet, social media, my website. Textures, we have
mink hair, straight hair, body wave, deep curly, loose deep, and blonde hair, which is the platinum hair. Oh, I'm sorry. I pressed this button by accident. Last year, my official full year of being in business, I made $36,000. I had a net profit of $7,500. This year so far, I've made about $4,000, almost $5,000, and I've had a profit of $2,600. And last year in 2018, I was part-time because the entire time I was going through this with my business, I was in nursing school. I started my business in nursing school as a mother of two, working at night, doing her during the day, low-key superwoman. So that's how I feel sometimes. So the Glenville area was predominantly black in the 60s. And it's predominantly black now, but over time it's become poverty and crime, and we need to get that back. We need to turn around the community with businesses like my own. And I vow to become a positive role model for other businesses and other young black entrepreneurs in the community. I vow to restore and help boost confidence in women. I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't even see you put the stop button. I'm sorry.
Okay, judges, thank you.
I'm going to help you finish that off. Tell me a little bit more about how you're going to engage with the community.
I plan to engage with the community, but do you want me to? I plan to engage with the community by networking and, by networking and using promotions and other programs to draw women in. Last year I had I'm sorry, I tripped up myself and lost my train of thought. I plan on to engage the community by using social media, using promotions, and using flyers and emails and things of sort that I do now.
Okay, one other question. Can you talk about how much you need for this space and the vision for your space? Like, because you talk about wig installations, is it a hair salon or is it more of a retail store?
I'm gonna just flip it just so y'all can see. Oh, you can't see. Never mind. So, needed for my business, I would need to start day one. I would need $50,000, and $5,000 would be my own money. A working capital of $20,000. And what else was your question?
It was really around the vision for the space. So this talks about what you're going to use the space for, the money for. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So working capital. I will also need funding. And did you say how I would describe this? I mean, how I would. So I plan on making this space more than just a regular hair store. I want to make it more so of like a beauty cafe, to where you can come in and more so, it's not just like you're buying hair or a wig, it's almost like an experience. When you first walk through the door, you feel important just from the customer service and your interaction with me. I also plan to do different things as far as I'm losing my train of thought.
Do hair.
It's harder than y'all think up here.
Okay, so let's give it up one more time.
Can we get one more quick question?
No, we're done. Thank you. So once again, we're down to the last participant. So I thank you for your patience and your energy. Sharia Livingston is the owner of Living Rich, a streetwear clothing brand, a line of t-shirts, headwear, bottoms, footwear, outerwear, and accessories. She used to be located in Beechwood Mall in a kiosk, hoping to develop an internship program and offers high-quality clothing at affordable levels. So let's give it up for our last participant. So go ahead and hang in there with us. Go ahead and shut those back doors. No, I'm joking. Hold on.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you all for joining us. My name is Sharia Livingston. This is my beautiful daughter, Shamaya Richardson, and together we bring you the streetwear brand, Living Rich. I am a mother, entrepreneur, and registered nurse. Also, once being a teen mom, I am a true example that the conditions and situations that you're from does not determine where you're going. I created Living Rich to inspire, motivate, and empower people in today's society while creating leaders through the power of fashion.
My name is Shamaya. I am 14 years old, and I am a youth leader and entrepreneur. I am also the driving force behind all the hard work my mother puts in daily. My role in the brand is to encourage other youth leaders in the urban community to choose purpose over popularity. Although combining our last names to give you Living Rich was unique, the idea behind the brand is to encourage other people in the community to embrace their circumstances, whether good or bad, and find the value in life's experiences. Hence our slogan, define your rich and live it.
Our vision is to become the leader of the fashion industry by changing the mindset of the consumer. We want to provide people with quality clothing and also the inspiration to have a voice. Today's population have adopted the mindset that if it costs more, for some reason they think that it's better, allowing society to set the standards of value for them. Living Rich will create the platform for people to express themselves every single time they get dressed by giving them the power to control the meaning, providing quality at an affordable price while starting the new trend that value is determined by self. We provide timeless unisex streetwear apparel for the youth and adults. We create unique designs that can't be found anywhere else. And as you can see by our models up here, you'll also look good wearing it. All of our t-shirts are 100% cotton, pre-shrunk, and most are tagless. Currently, we sell our products online through our website at IamLivingRich.com, through social media channels Instagram and Facebook, where you can purchase directly from a post, and also participating in local vending opportunities when available. Last year, Living Rich made $75,000 in sales, and over the course of the next 12 months, we plan to make over $100,000. Between now and the next 3 years, we will expand our audience and add additional revenue sources to our business by first earning a space in the Glenville Incubator, offering our products wholesale to national retailers, opening a second location, and kicking off our youth entrepreneurship training programs that will be hosted by my daughter here, called Rich Scholars. With our growth plan in place, in the next 3 years, we plan to make over $600,000 a year in sales.
Our target market and largest consumers for our brand are teens and millennials. The teen population make up over half of our customer base. They are urban inner city males and females between the ages of 13 and 18 years old into sports and fashion. The millennials make up 37% of our customer base. They are between the ages of 19 and 37, local middle-class young professionals, and parents with busy lifestyles. Our strategy to reach our target market will be increasing our social media presence on the platforms that utilize the most. We plan to introduce mobile marketing through text messages, email marketing, and add account holder incentives directly from our website.
Currently, our monthly cost includes fixed and variable expenses. For example, our e-commerce platform Shopify, marketing, inventory demands, and business communication. Once opening a physical location, our costs will also include payroll and leasing. We have managed to stay above a 70% profit margin for all of our products. This allows us room to offer discounts and promotions. Selling at least 200 of our 2 most popular selling items will cover payroll, leasing, and fixed operating expenses every month. And let's not forget, we have other apparel to back these up. The startup cost we'll need for this project is $33,000. We plan to invest $6,000, and the working capital needed from the CCDC is $27,000. We have also started our Kickstarter campaign as well as entered our business to the FedEx Small Business Grant Competition. If chosen as an incubator tenant, we plan to cross-market with other tenants to drive sales for everybody. We want to get involved in community-hosted events and volunteer when needed, as well as partner with other tenants to host monthly workshops focused on current events and community concerns. This way, we all make an effort to give back. Living Rich will benefit the community in incubator space by offering paid and internship job opportunities, marketing strategies that promote community involvement, a welcoming shopping experience, as well as exclusiveness. This will be the only physical location that carries Living Rich, which means people will have to come here to shop. Similar to a mall setting, this will also drive sales for other tenants. And we're also excited to start our corporate social responsibility, Students Matter.
Everyone in this room is living rich to some capacity. We're from the city of Cleveland and know how to make the best out of any situation. So now it's your turn. Define your rich and live it.
Okay, judges.
Can you talk a little bit about your pricing of the models who are here, including your jackets?
Okay. So first, starting with the models that are up here, all of our t-shirts range from like $20 up to $40, and then her dress is $70. Oh, I'm sorry. And her dress is $70. And I'm glad you asked about our jackets. Our jackets was actually made by a local designer. I'm very, very big on supporting other female entrepreneurs, especially minority entrepreneurs. So this jacket was made by a female entrepreneur, and then we had our logos engraved in it. Our jewelry was from a female entrepreneur, local business as well. So I'm just big on that. I'm just big on that because once we grow, I do want to start doing collaborations. I don't know if people ever heard of the business Supreme. Supreme became a billion-dollar industry once they collaborated with Louis Vuitton, and that's the way you grow.
Anybody else? No? Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so that concludes the presentations and pitches. Please give everyone a round of applause. You all did an amazing job, so thank you. So I would like all of the judges to follow Patty to the private room that you will be deliberating in. If you could please follow her now. I want to take a second to thank Famiko's Foundation. Mr. John Analifo is here in the audience. They really made this event possible, so we want to thank them for their contribution.
Great. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Thanks, everybody, for participating today. I think the work that was done here speaks for itself. This is really a great group of presentations, and it's the end, I think, of a great process that we've participated in, but I think this is the end and the beginning because we're about to announce the new tenants, the Incubator. And we've got so many more great people, everybody that was here today, everybody that participated in the process. And the mayor said it best, I think, but this is a great collection of people that we're all looking forward to working with and continuing to grow our small business community. So I'm going to invite all of the 9 participants to come up here and stand up here. All right. They stand up on the stage. I'd like to, while they're sitting up here, once again thank the judges, Stefan Holmes, Chris Shefton, Jasmine Dixon, Donna Dabbs, Lamont Mackley, Natoya Walker-Minor, and Melissa Burrows for joining me in going through the process. We just had a contentious debate, and just like you, we too were on the clock and getting the high sign of 5 minutes to go, 2 minutes to go. All right, let's get to it. Couple of prizes. First of all, Black Box Fix is our anchor tenant in the building in the neighborhood incubator. Eric is here. So we're all looking forward to working with them. Second, thanks to ECDI, the Women's Business Center of Cleveland, everyone here who participated today is getting a 1-year membership for the Women's Business Center. Also, for the 3 the three entrepreneurs that are not selected today, once again, I'd just like to reiterate the comment that we really want to work with everybody here. And so even if there's not the physical selection, we're still going to remain engaged and continue to work with you to get this off the ground and to make this work. And as part of that, there is a $500 check for each of the three entrepreneurs who are not selected. So if you, we'll take care of that afterwards. But right now we're going to get to the good stuff. We're going to announce the 6 tenants of the entrepreneur space as soon as I find my list. Okay. The 6 tenants are Cleveland Cold Brew, La Mocha Boutique, Pipin' Hot Grill, Living Rich, Allure Goddess Wigs, and Premier Barber Lounge. So, congratulations once again to everybody who participated. We're really looking forward to working with all of you. See me afterwards for those who are not selected, and we'll be following up with all of you. Thank you.